Hey there, Stampers, and welcome to another Step It Up video. This week, my friend Chris with a K challenged me to recreate a card she saw. And so this was my recreation. And I really liked it. The card that she originally showed me had, brighter colors, but I wanted to use the in colors, and I thought this worked well. So this is our step one, and this is sort of the recreation of that other card. And then I bumped it up just a bit for step two. And then step three, I don't know if you can tell, but it's all pearlized too. I put some spritz on it. So I'm going to show you the basics of making the cards. I can't go through each card for you, but I'm going to just run through and show you what I'm doing, and then you can excuse me, recreate the one that you like. This is Naturals White, cut at 8.5 by 5.5, folded at 4 1/4 to make a standard base. The paper, I don't know the name of this paper, but I'll put it on the, it's berry something, and it's really cute. I'm loving the lime and this wisteria together. So it's just the Naturals White, and I cut this piece of designer series paper to the width, which is 5.5, and then I think I did 4, maybe 3. I'll put all the dimensions, and then this is 2 inches, I think. 2 inches by 5.5, and just you put it back down. And then I'm going to show you how you're going to create this image, and I'm going to show you this in a minute. And you're just going to layer this, a little strip with a sentiment and a brad, dovetail it, and that's the step one card. The step two card just has a little more interest. On this one, instead of having the designer series paper go all across, I actually added a mat, and I tend to do this more, where I mat it. I cut the paper down so that there's a Naturals White mat, and it just looks, it disappears. So I sponged a little of this Pool Party ink just ever so lightly on the edge to give it some definition. But basically the whole thing is set up just like the step one card, except I added that mat, and you still add this. And then to the image itself, I took the dotted scallop ribbon border punch and out of Pool Party, and instead of using the whole dotted piece, I just used the very teeny tiny bit, so that little detail is popped out, and I just did the top and bottom, didn't go all the way around, and it sort of ties all that color back together. And I did the sentiment exactly the same way, where I put something on there, added the brad, dovetailed, and put it over the stamped image. Step three, this time I used a wisteria mat with the same paper. Now I ran out of this lime because I went crazy since I started making this card. I've used lime on everything, so I'm ordering all these packs of paper. But this time I used the scallop one for the lime piece of designer series paper, and so I did just the mat like I did for the step two, and I added the lime with that little border mat detail with that, and I used Pool Party as a mat for the image. And then for the thank you, I promise I'm going to show you this. This is the other thing I wanted to show you really quickly. I trimmed this down as thin as I could get it, and I kept this dotted scallop ribbon border, whatever it is. And if you trim it just right, you can lay it right over that punch, and you get that cool little detail without any work. Isn't that cute? And so on the step three, instead of just a plain brad, I pulled out one of my antique brads, and I think it really spices it up a bit. I popped everything up on dimensionals on this one, the image and the sentiment. I put one under the brad and one under the dovetail, so it matched this level. So now I'm going to show you how I did the stamped image. And then as a final touch, I don't know if you can see, I used a vanilla smooch spritz spray. You shake it up, and then you just all over, and it gives it this really beautiful look. So let me show you how I did this, and then you can assemble the cards any way you want. I'm using the flower image from Just Believe. I'm using Lucky Limeade and Wisteria Wonder, and I'm just going to color all of the green with the Lucky Limeade with my marker and with the brush end of the marker. And I'm going to do this 3 times, which is why I don't have time to show every single part of assembling the cards. But I thought the technique of doing it would be a little more important. I could truly just show you once because it's the same repeating over and over. So you're going to color it in. Anywhere there's a green part, you're going to do with the Lucky Limeade. And then once you've finished doing that, you'll come back in with the brush end of Wisteria Wonder and do the flowers. Once the stamp is completely inked the way you want it, I take a little mini mister bottle, which is this tiny little spray bottle that delivers a fine mist of water. I just had it. Oh, it's sort of key for this whole thing, and I just filled it up. What did I do with it? Fiddly dee. Seriously, I just filled it up. Here's the cap. Hold, please. Don't I feel kind of dumb because it's right there. And it's been there the whole time. Okay, so put my glasses on. So you've inked the stamp, and now you're just going to mist it lightly with a fine mist of water. And then on this, to the far left, I'm going to go pretty far up. I want this fully covered with an image. And you can see how just that fine mist still gives you an outline in dark color, but it does kind of blur it like a watercolor. So we're going to repeat this. The second time we do it, instead of going up so high, we're going to come low because we want to create a space for the butterfly right here. So this time we're going to take pretty much just the upper portion. So you don't have to ink the entire image. I always do because I always figure the one time I don't, it's not going to give me what I needed. But you don't have to. Maybe you're more of a risk taker than I am. Anyway, I'm going to just do this part and then show you. Go back with the wisteria and get the blossoms all colored, especially these top ones, because that's all we're planning to use really. And I'm going to mist it again. And then I'm going to come much lower because I want to have room for the butterfly. And then this time, on the third go, I'm pretty much just going to do this half of it. And it's still wet. You don't have to dry it off. It's really okay. Just go ahead and ink it up, knowing that you're, just going to be doing this side of the paper, not the entire center bit. And then the wisteria. And one more misting. And kind of come up like this. Ooh, that one was really wet, which is fine too. So then we're going to take our butterfly. This is the butterfly from Bliss. You can mist this or not. It's a pretty faint ink. I mean, it's not a dark color. I mist it ever so lightly, so I kind of hold it. And then just on there. Isn't that cute? And it looks beautiful. So it's really easy to do, and you can do this with just about any color combination, but I think these new in colors are so pretty, and I love this one. When I was doing it, this was my favorite, and then I zhuzhed it up, and what I really love is the smooch spritz spray, smooch spray spritz. Anyway, you just shake it up, and it just is so pretty. Can the camera see that? Anyway, so let me show you again. I quit going rambling on and on and on. Step 1, step 2, this is a cute card, and step 3. Pretty. I'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.